You ever wonder why some charcuterie boards survive a car ride, and others show up looking like a salami crime scene? It all comes down to one boring word that secretly runs your whole business, and that word is packaging. Let's talk about the box first, because the box is doing more work than most people realize. A flimsy container turns your beautiful spread into a game of Tetris nobody wants to play. So invest in rigid, shallow boxes that keep everything from sliding into one soggy corner. Depth matters way more than people think, and here's why. If your box is too deep, the cheese slides, the crackers crack in the wrong way, and your client opens it looking like a science experiment gone wrong. Cool packs are your silent business partner, and you should treat them with respect. A thin gel pack tucked under parchment paper keeps meats and cheeses at a safe temperature for hours without turning your grapes into ice cubes. Now let's get into the arrangement, because presentation is basically edible marketing. Group your items by color and height, so the eye travels around the board instead of just staring at a pile of meat in the middle. Here's a mistake almost every new vendor makes, so listen closely. They cram every single item they own onto one box, and it ends up looking like a going out of business sale instead of a curated experience. Let's talk money, because pricing pickup boards is part science and part psychology. A good baseline is to calculate your ingredient cost, then multiply it by about 3 to cover your time, your packaging, and your business surviving another day. For a personal-sized board, many vendors charge around $25, while a shareable party box for 4 to 6 people often lands between $55 and $75. Bigger grazing boxes for larger groups can climb past $120, especially if you add specialty cheeses or imported meats. You might be thinking, isn't that a lot for cheese and crackers? Here's the truth, you are not selling cheese and crackers. You are selling convenience, aesthetics, and the feeling of hosting without doing any actual work. Let's zoom out for a second and talk about why people even buy these boards. Back in the 1980s, party trays were basically sad plastic platters from the grocery store, and somehow we upgraded that into an entire aesthetic movement. Community groups and small business networks constantly swap tips about travel stability, and one theme keeps showing up. Vendors who label their boxes with simple assembly or serving instructions get fewer complaints and more repeat customers. Doubt creeps in for almost every vendor at some point, especially when a board arrives slightly shifted after a bumpy delivery. The fix isn't perfection, it's smart engineering, like using edible dividers such as folded prosciutto or thick cracker walls to block movement. Let's bust a common myth right now. Bigger boards are not automatically more profitable because more square footage means more ingredients, more cooling needs, and way more room for something to go wrong in transit. Preparation is really the secret weapon here, not luck. If you test your packaging with an actual car ride before selling it to real clients, you will catch problems before your client does. So the next time you build a pickup charcuterie box, remember it is not just food, it is a tiny traveling experience you are shipping out into the world. Do you want to learn more about how we help vendors like you price, package, and grow this kind of business? Check out our links in the description.